Welcome back, and moving on to our second segment for today, talking about Egypt's presidential elections and the positive attitude of people and the participation of different groups in the elections. And of course, this is something that is really very, very healthy when it comes to the political arena in general. Over the phone, we have Dr. Hossam Dwidar. He's a human development expert. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So first of all, I'd like to shed the light on how important it is when it comes to the participation in presidential elections. And I want to shed the light on the concept that now the political awareness among all Egyptians is very clear.
Let's say at first I will talk about this subject from the mental and the emotional side of view and not from the political side of view. So each one of us have rights and have obligations. While we want and we need to have our rights, you have obligations to do. One of these obligations is to choose your president. And it's very important to participate in presidential election to, ensure a fair and democratic election. Your voice counts. This is the message you had just put on your screen seconds ago. Your voice counts. So to be sure of having a fair and a democratic election, you have to go. Other important things that you have to be sure that you're impacting the policies and decisions by choosing your president. And it's very important to participate so you can say your opinion and you can got your rights by doing your obligation.
So we are talking about this awareness, and we have seen this actually even how can we work starting from very early years when it comes to our kids, children. In general, we are talking about they have to understand also the concept that everyone has his own role in his small community. The voice counts. You have to share in everything in what is going on around. Just as you mentioned, we need to work on this starting from very early ages.
Yes, this is a very important point. Thank you for asking about it. And I personally started this process with my children years ago. You know, feeling of giving the feeling of empowerment for your kids. You can take them with you while electing, as you are a role model for them. Let's spread the spirit of responsibility and the spirit of empowerment while you're going to choose your president, while you're going to participate in your politicians, whatever the election is. And while we are talking about presidential election, I took my kid about 8 years ago or something like this for the election, and we had a photo together at this time, and I put his finger in the stamp, and he still remembers this till now and waiting for having his ID to go and elect after that.
We have seen actually also the concept itself, as you have mentioned, something like celebrations. It is an event where everyone is out, people are talking together, sharing together, moving into to the ballots. And this concept itself, I mean, is of great importance, and people started to enjoy it very much.
Yeah, this is This process must be categorized as a competition and not a war or a fight. This is the very important point, to have the competition between each other. We have to work on the awareness and consciousness of citizens to know that your opinion is not against mine. We don't try to accept or to prove that I am wrong. Just prove you are right. When you have the opinion not going with me, just approve your opinion is right. Don't try to approve that my opinion is wrong. This is the conflict happens always in these situations. While I want to choose X and I always go to my friend, no, he wants to choose Y. No, Y is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can convince him by saying that X is 1, 2, 3, the positive points of X. Don't try to find the negative points of the other candidate, but try to give the positive of your candidate and try to discuss, not to fight. This is very important.
I mean, this part in particular will take us to another important thing, especially as long as you're talking, of course, you are a human development expert, the concept of the dialogue and accepting the other.
Yes, yes.
So this is something we need to work on and to build in our new generation.
Sure. And there is a lot of communication and communication skills courses, which is very important. And I highly recommend to start communication skills with children from early childhood, to accept the other person opinion, to accept the other person behavior, to accept the other person feelings. It's very important.
Accept me the way I am.
Yes, accept you as you are.
Well, talking also about the personalities of the people in general, if I'm putting on one side, how do you see the personality of that person who is very keen to go, whatever he's going to say, yes or no, of course it is his own decision, he is free to choose whoever he wants, but the concept itself that he has to be part of this event. And on the other side, the other one who doesn't want to move, doesn't want to go, and always complaining.
The first one is a responsible person, and you can depend on him, as he can take his decision. He can make his decision. He can do whatever you want him to do. But the other one is complaining, and one is living in the victimizing story, and he will never go to elect because he has to got his, excuses that this is not a good one. This is not whatever he will say. But once you will conflict with him, he will say, "I never elected him." So you never elected him. You don't have the right to say anything. If you elected him, even he's good or he's bad, it's your decision, and you must have all the responsibility of your decision. This is one of the skills we have to raise our children and our kids about. The responsibility and having all the effect of your decision and responsibility.
So far, how do you see the developments taking place in the Egyptian citizen throughout the previous years? I mean, we have seen during the past few years a real awareness among people, among women, about not only for those who are well educated, it's not even for those who are educated, yet still they have their opinion and they are talking in a logic way, talking about the political arena, talking about different events taking place all around. They have a real logic opinion about whatever is going on. How do you see this development in the personality, in the citizens in general?
I think media has the most important role in this development in the last 2 or 3 years, because they delivering the message with the simple language for each category of citizens. You know, as you said, there is different educational level, different environmental culture, and
but we are all on the same page.
Yes, yes. You have to deliver the message for all with the same language of them, with the same ease to them. You know, and I think the Egyptian television with its all channels nowadays is delivering the message very simply and to the point. I think so.
And even when it comes to the political situation in general, I'm not talking about political side or discussion, but I'm talking in general about the current situation all around. And again, we have to say that in Egypt in particular, we can see a certain kind of collaboration. Even during normal times, sometimes we see Egyptians opposing each other, or no one is accepting the other opinion. But once there is a critical situation, you will see a real collaboration among people that you really, no one can believe it.
I think giving a big role to the social worker and NGOs nowadays is the key of this success, because you know, government will never do everything alone. So you have to have a base in the street, and you have to talk to everyone, and you have to deliver the message to everyone. So social workers and NGOs are very important nowadays for delivering this concept and increasing awareness on all fields, not on election itself, but on everything, and in delivering the achievements and the developments happening in the country. You know, before we don't see those achievements clearly like now, but now everyone, I think everyone in, or most of people here in Egypt are seeing the development, and each one is seeing it with his own, you know, side of view. We don't judge anyone, but each one seeing it clearly, but translating it from his own point of view, and each one has all the right or has all the right to do this.
Right. Dr. Hossam Dwidar, human development expert, thank you very much for joining us. And with this, we come to the end of our breakfast for today. We try to bring you more about the latest developments taking place in Gaza, and more about the latest when it comes to the Israeli attacks against Gaza people in Gaza, of course, and the people who are dying, children, women. Again, we say not every day, but even every minute. And also we brought you more about the latest when it comes to presidential elections in Egypt. Well, at the end, thank you all for joining us, and special thanks to all for my crew. Of course, Hadia Osman, our director, and myself. Thank you very much for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on NileTV International.